was that?
Was Alter Rebbe, correct?
Like to see it inside, you know? It's
Right,
like,
because the inside the inside the Mechaber Ramah Shachs is almost nothing.
really?
Yeah, because a lot of it came was it was barely any from there. It was mostly from Alter Rebbe, from later Poskim even.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So Shin Nun Tes If Hey
Shinun Tes
If Hey.
Siv Hey. Okay. Okay. אפילו הלוקח בשיילה שלא מידסה בעולם נקרא גזלן. A
Yeah,
person
so like we said
who takes
yesterday.
from another person without the knowledge of
Right, and this,
the
and this is and
God.
this is and this is b'sheila. So meaning he's intending, not he's taking it to take it. He's taking it
Yeah.
with the intent to return it after he uses it. Still, he's called the Gazlan, right? Like
Right.
meaning he holds like the Chachamim and not like who was it, Rabbi Yehuda, I think, whatever it is. So he holds.
Now
So
the other question is the hashava, the returning is a machloitis.
that's if it's from a kid.
No, even from him himself. It's a machloitis in the Gemara. I don't know if it's a machloitis in Halacha or not.
What do you mean the returning?
If you borrow something and you put it back, do you need to be moidia the owner or not? This is a machloitis.
Well, that's the machlekes is if it gets lost or something
Uh,
happens to it.
no, even if you put it back.
Okay, but once he finds it, then it's fine. Once he knows it's there.
The thing is this:
Meaning, it's
if
not so
he
much you
know
have to tell him. It's not so much you have to tell him as much as that he has to
the
know.
way he stole
He
it,
has
yeah.
to know that you gave it to him.
If right, if he knows that you stole it, and then you need to be more dear him because if it, not that you stole it, if he knows it disappeared from his reshus,
He
you have
knows
to
it's
be more
gone.
dear
Well, or
because
well,
otherwise,
you have to either be
because
media him, or he has to see that it's there again.
he has it there, because otherwise he thinks it's not there,
Right.
and he
If he didn't
thinks,
know, if he didn't know
and he
it's
will
gone in
be
the first
meyash,
place.
and he won't be shomer it. He
Right.
won't watch over.
So that's going to be the nafkamina here on if is he considered a goslin or he's considered a borrower. If he's considered a
Exactly.
borrower, like the first part in the Gemara, then
Yeah.
then as soon as he puts it back, he washes his hands of it. However, we pass and he's a goslin, so Taka, the owner's gonna have to know that it came back if he knew it was missing. And
Right.
furthermore, like we spoke in the other story, was if he gives it back to a kid, it's not considered. It's like he put it back in its place. So
Give him
same
to
thing.
kids that's considered because
If he
it's
gives to a
not.
kid and it gets lost, according to this, it's gonna be on him because he's a goslin.
Even though he could kind of, well, I took it from the kid, so
Yeah.
he's none the worse than what we started off with. He could kind
Correct.
of that from deswegen no, because you know it's the kid vis-a-vis the owner is one thing, and vis-a-vis
Right.
you're it's another thing.
Correct.
It's
Right. So now
you're
we're
not
gonna jump to
right.
Kuf Lamed Vav Siv base.
Kuv lamed vav sid base.
Yeah. It might be in a whole different safer, depending on what do you call it you have.
Yeah, it's not in
By
my
me, by me,
safer.
it's in a different safer. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get it. Kuf lamed vav.
yeah, Kuf Lamed Vav.
I'm sorry, let me
The
go
truth,
get
you
it.
know what the truth is, there's no, there's no point in running and getting it because the whole
Why?
thing is very short.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, yeah, it's very short. In fact, I can probably pull it up. Let me just pull it up over here.
Mhm.
I'll do it like this because it's very short. Mishpat 1, 3. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Here we go. Um, Let me share it over here. Um, okay, fine. So here we go. Nischalfu loy. I'm sharing it on the screen here.
Yeah.
Nischalfu loy kelov beveisa avel. Ay beveisa mishta. Right? If he switched clothing with somebody by accident in a house of mourning or a feast house, lo yishtamish b'hem. He's not allowed to use them. Right? Like for all the reasons we said yesterday. Haga. Ukishiyove bala chayfetz tzarich litin achayfetz lebailov. Yeah, so the guy comes to retrieve it, he has to give it to him. Afal pi sheshaloi nevad. Even if the other guy lost his one. Why? Because like we said, it's two whole separate deals. It's not a barter. It's one thing is you found his thing, and another thing is he found your thing. Two totally different things. So too like a laundromat, for example, that the non-Jewish laundromat that washes for many people. And she dropped off the wrong order by the wrong house. It's the same thing. You can't. Why? Because it looks similar. Let's say they look similar, right? She dropped off somebody else's kapata by you, and she must have dropped off your kapata by him. Same thing. Sorry, you can't. And then you ask him, "Where's my one?" He says, "I don't know. I don't know what happened with it." You still have to give him back his one. I think there is one. On this. Let me see. I think if I click on here, maybe it'll. Commentary. Naim. Here we go. So it says the smeh. Yeah, what's the smeh on? It's on the echad she'ein shalei, right? Meaning that the cleaning lady, the laundromat brought it to somebody who was not his. Sham betrumas hadeshen meisik de lo yishtamish by v'tzorich lahachzir kliza lebailov afal pi sheshalei nevad v'din uman shenosun lekel mesakin.
When he says Shaloi never, does it mean to say that the other guy lost it or that it got lost altogether?
So it's not from the Ramah. It sounds like it could be the. I mean, first of all, the case.
It could be either,
case
right?
in the Mechaber, the case in the Mechaber is talking about that the other guy has it. This case,
yeah,
it's not clear from the Lashon. Like what it sounds like is like Lav Davka, that guy lost it. But even if he did, it doesn't make it. I don't think it makes a difference. It's two separate.
I don't think it makes a difference. Except if you say that the other guy lost it, it's a bigger chiddush.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because if he didn't lose it, so what do you want from? If he didn't lose it, listen, what do you want from him? That's obvious.
Yeah, exactly. But the chiddush is that even if he lost it,
right? Even he lost it, fine. So he lost it. That's something you have to deal with.
You still don't have the rights to use his. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And especially he's essentially he's really even though we call it a borrower, but he's really like a shem mechinam.
Why is this a borrower? He's not a borrower.
Because he calls it like a he says that this is like that if you no, because if you use it, then you become a borrower. But if the guy Stam lost it, he didn't use it, he's a shem mechinam. So maybe it would depend. Maybe if he used it, he's not a shem mechinam. Maybe then he becomes a borrower.
That's a good question.
Right? But here he's saying you're considered like a borrower without permission. But all these cases above, we were talking about that it could be that the guy's wearing it, so that's why he's a borrower.
Yeah.
In this case, he lost it. How can he be wearing it? So maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe in that case, he takes on the din of a shem mechinam.
Maybe, yeah.
And they lost it. He's what's it called? He's potter. Now the fact that you're a shamer for his item, right? So if
by
you
default,
lost the but you're not allowed to do something.
You can listen. If you're going to get into technicalities, you can always say that's chilukim because you didn't really accept the role of. It's by default you became a shoymer. Intrinsically, this is not what you signed up for.
It wasn't deposited with you for that purpose.
No, it's that by you picked it up by default. You know what I'm saying, by mistake.
Yeah.
Okay,
so now where are we in the let's see Shulchan Aruch Harav. Let me see in here where it said this was.
Gizelo Gneva, no? Or
I think Mitziu Pikodin. It's all over the place. It's gonna take us. Looks like. I think
Good.
let's start out Mitziu Pikodin Dalit. Sif Dalit.
Okay, here we go. I have it marked
Let me,
actually.
Mitziu.
Metiopikodin. I think it's kedai to run through from the beginning.
Yeah, let me find it here. Let me see if it's in this.
It goes into the Kuntrusachern also.
Yeah, second. Mishpat. Okay, so it's going to be Dalid. Oh, so here we have Dalit. Afilo Baruloi.
אפילו ברור לו שיודע לבעולו שהוא נוט לו, אפילו ברור לו שיודע לבעולו שהוא נוט לו, אוי, שהוא נוט לו, אזי ישמחו ויגילו פני שאבוסם אויסוי אוסו לו להנס בו, ולא ידעסה בעולם.
Right, so even right, remember, so this
Yeah.
was this here, he's arguing on the Shach, right? Because the Shach said
Yeah.
that unless Butterloy that the owner is will be happy for him because he loves
Yes.
him, right? And if you remember the Alter Rebbe, he later he talks about
We're not going to be here Monday.
he
Until
says
then.
basically has no
Why?
it doesn't work this way, this relationship.
If you want to go today, okay.
So he says even if the Alter Rebbe, I mean
Yeah.
even if the
Okay,
owner,
I'll tell him to come here. Yeah. Yeah.
even if the owner is going to be
Second, I've
happy
got
for sure.
something here. Yeah.
So it's still no good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So this is a story.
Right, because the Shach said.
So he says that it's nothing to do with the relationship of them, but rather
it has
object.
to do with the object itself. If it's a kind of object that a person
Let me read this inside, please.
So now let's read it inside.
אפילו ברור שכשיודע לבעולו שהוא נוט לו אזי ישמחו ויגילו מפני אהבוסם אויסוי אוסור לו להנוס בו. דעתי מפני אהבוסם אויסוי, I think.
Yeah.
אוסור לו להנוס בו ולא ידעסה בעולם. Yeah. It's a לפיכך הנכנס לפרדס אוי לגינס חברוי, אוסור לו ללקוי פירוס שלא מידעסה בעולם, אף על פי שבעל הפרדס והגינו היא אויבו וראיוי, asher kenafshoi mamish. He's using
Right.
big words.
Yeah, mom's a
ובוודאי
very, very close friend.
ובוודאי, listen to this, ובוודאי,
Right. He's 100% sure.
nicht
Bli
mistame.
shum sofik.
It doesn't say here, nicht mistame. You know, it doesn't say
Right,
mistame.
bevadai, 100% we're talking.
בוודאי, ויגל כשיודע לו שנהנה, זה מפרויסוב, מכל מקום, כיוון שעכשיו אינו יודע מזה, הרי הוא נהנה באיסור. This moment, unless he specifically said to him clearly, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? Not on assumptions. Not
Correct.
on assumptions that you know for sure. It's more
Right,
than
you
an
mamish-
assumption.
Right, bli shum sofik klal.
It's important that I
Right.
saw it inside. It's because he
Right,
spells it out.
and let's remember how careful the Alter Rebbe is about his words.
Mamish, he's
Bli
making it clear that
shum
on the
sofik.
one hand, you're positive that he has avas nafshoik,
Yeah.
mamish, like there's no tomorrow, right? Afal piken is osur, he's nene beisur because he doesn't know about it. That's
Right.
the pshat, because he
Right.
doesn't know about it.
Right. Listen, if he knows about it, he can be masking.
Oh, of
If he
course.
doesn't know about it, it doesn't make
So
a difference. Why?
I have
Why?
also-
Because
I have also-
Peiris is the type of item that some people are makbid on. The item itself, some people are makbid on, and since the owner doesn't know, so the relationship between the owner becomes irrelevant.
Where did it say? I understand what you're saying right now is 100% true, but where did the Alter Rebbe must have said the thing about the item in a previous seif?
And a later one, I think, but yeah, it's not in the sif. We'll get to that.
No, in the seif. 1 second, please. Let me just take a look if he says it in Gimel, maybe.
He's going to say it in a different later.
Yeah.
He's going to say it in a different place. Well, we'll get to it.
Okay, fine. Let's say that.
So now I think
Okay.
hey, because hey, we spoke about it also.
Mikomokom muter leben beisoi shalodom. Remember this, yeah. Shalodom liften pruta leoni oi lebenoi shaloi havoi shel bala bais shaloi midaito lefi shekach neg nohagu balebatim to allow the bnei
Right, that's a
bayis.
normal. It's a normal thing. Is that so? If it's a normal thing, it's as if he was masking already. It's as if he was masking befeirush.
שכך נהגו בלבטים ומתחיל נסטרציה בלבייס בכך. כשהכניס פס זו לתוך בייסוי. ואין זה נקרא שלא מידסה בעולם, כלל. כיוון שכך נהגו, this is the way בלבטים פיצח. You let the bnei bayis.
Right, when you're bringing when I'm bringing a case of water bottles from Costco into my house.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that if somebody stops by, they're going to offer him a bottle of water. It's hot outside.
Right.
Adirabba. If I would find out later they didn't offer somebody a bottle of water, what's it called? I would be disappointed. What do you mean? Why didn't you offer them a bottle of water? It's hot outside.
Right.
You know?
Right. Very good.
This
yeah,
is
very good.
Kochaneagim.
Right. That's a fitment.
Yeah.
So Bemela, that's not considered like what? That's not considered like.
That's not like midas. That's midas because lechatchila when I brought it in, I brought it in for this purpose, partially at least.
Right. So that's all. That's an exception by Bnei Bayis. That's Tachmir.
Yeah. Mitam zeh mutar lekabel tzedakah min hanoshim davar muot. Sheloi midas balayim.
It's Medaik over here, Dover Muot.
Davar muot. Right, because if it's going to be a huge amount, then lav dafka is it no to give everybody a huge amount that comes in.
And I know cases.
But to give us a regular amount is normal.
Yeah. A reasonable amount, but not to go.
And anybody who stops by, give them the say $1836.
That's a lot of money.
What? Why?
Yeah.
What? When a mashulach comes by, I'm going to give at least $1836.
You do?
Yeah, but it's not. Remember, this isn't the chasna in Brooklyn. It's not every 4 seconds a guy. Although you know what, even by what's it called, when I'm by a simcha in Crown Heights, so I'll give
Yeah.
fine. So who cares? I gave 5 people $18. How much? It's not that much money.
Wow, it's a lot of money, no? That's like $100.
It's $90, Sachaku.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's just that here
It's $90, and I was able to give the 5 different tzedakahs.
Yeah, in Muncie, they come every,
Every
if
14
you come in,
seconds.
by Shinas, it's every 5 seconds they come to you. Literally, and sometimes even more.
And sometimes the problem is they come in a misleading way also.
It's very off-putting.
Because they'll come, sometimes there's just 5 of them,
Yeah.
and 2 guys will come, and then there's 3 guys waiting to come after.
And you think they're all
Right,
together.
because they know if 5 will come at one time, you're gonna split it 5 ways.
Yeah, know all the tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
Okay, weiter.
And I think yesh isa b'davar.
I think it's
Because-
Geneva's das, if you
Why?
ask
Because
me.
it's the same thing. Not only that, it's the same thing of it's. I think it's Geneva. Why? Because it's like the case we had that if somebody goes to a miser and then tells him and asks him for food in public, and he knows that really the guy doesn't want, but he's embarrassing him in public. It's the same kind of thing. That they know that really you don't want to give that much to 5 of them, but then the 2 will come and they're gonna make you feel embarrassed. What do you call it? I think it's Mamish Geneva.
Yeah. Now it says sorry, I lost you. Where are we now?
So now we're by hey. Mitam ze mut lekabel tzakim in anoshim davar muat shlemi das balayan. Right, hayil v'darkam b'kach. It's a normal thing. And the husband knows it's darkon, so he's masking already.
Darkon bekach, we can be pardes im hu rogelboy and pereis of midas ball and mutter. Look at that.
Right,
It goes back to the case of pardes.
Why? Because then it's not that that because he loves you and this and that. It's because you already do it all the time with his knowledge. So he's given haskama already, basically, in this case.
So what he's saying really is what he's saying is that it's either because he works there
or because it's not he works there. It's his friend.
His friend, yeah.
And whenever he comes, he comes, he visits the guy, he eats some of the fruit. In this case, he came. The guy happened not to be home.
It seems that the chiddush is that you don't have to ask permission every time.
Right. It's a normal thing already. Meaning anything that it's a normal thing, it's basically it makes it that it's not considered shalei midas habaylim anymore. Because the whole issue here is shalei midas habaylim. That's the whole problem.
Okay. Lefichach, yeah, Vav?
No, let me see where we're going from here. It looks like we're going to, well, first of all, Kuntis Achrim Sivkatan Aleph. So let's see. Maybe it's already in here.
Where do you pull this up from? Chabad.org?
Yeah. maybe it's on one of these. Let's see, what's this? Let's see here. He talks about the shach over here. Oh, here. Right here.
Where are you now?
Right here. You have this in Kuntres Aachen.
Yeah?
Writes. Yeah. The
In Kuntersachen, in which
here
Stimmen
just
and
pulls it up the note.
huh?
Here it just pulls up the note, but it doesn't. I wish there was I could click it and go to the thing itself, but. So Bekitzer, it's the Kuntres Aachen. The Alter Rebbe writes that the source of
I don't
this
know.
is Malchitziah, and he brings the story of Marzutra and two other sages visited Mary Bar Isak's garden, and he had there a sharecropper, and he served them dates and pomegranates, and Marzutra did not partake of them. Why? Because it was Shalem Midas Bailim. And the Teisvis and the Ramban and Ritba explain that the other sages, they also agreed on this, that you can't take Shalem Midas Bailim, but the reason they took it was because of some other reason. That doesn't say what the reason is. But that's the Kuntres Aachen. Let's go to Chav Ches. Sif Chav Ches.
Mit Tepikoden?
Yeah, same, yeah.
כשם שעושה להשתמש בעבד הפיקודן לצורכוי?
Yeah.
Shall I read it? Chofches?
Yeah, I'm just seeing which part is. What is this? What does this have to do with what we learned? It's all the way. It's towards the end. Towards the end of Chav Ches. Ve'im yedea beveiro she'ein mafkid makpid olav. Oh no, it's from before this. Fine, yeah, go from the beginning.
From the beginning Chofches?
Yeah.
כשם שעושה להשתמש בעבד הפיקודן לצורכוי, כך המועצים מויס בעניין שחייב להחזיר עושה להלבויסם לעצמם ולא לאחר. Okay, like with mavur in hamafkid, that sometimes money is if it's piled up. Remember,
Right.
if it's
If it's in a bundle, or right, depending on how you find
yeah.
it, if it's if it's hefker or not. If you have
וכן אם הופקדו אצלוי.
So meaning that if you find it and you have to return it, you're the same like a shaman, and you can't use it.
Okay. I'm sorry, my battery is low. I better plug it in. 1 second. Let me just put it in. Ah, Okay. Fine. Okay, כשם שעשו ישם ועובד בקודם לצורך בין המועצת המוס בעניין שחייב להחזיר also לבויסם לעצמם ולאחר וכן אם הופקדו אצלוי not allowed to use them for your own benefit. מקומוקם, אם הופקדו אצל שולחוני או חנווני בסתם without specifying רשאי להוי ציון כיוון שהדובר ידוע שדרכו של שולחוני וחנווני ליסו בליטן תומד במואס ותומד הם צריכים למואס. וזה הפקיד אצלו סתם, ולא גילו דייתו שאין רוצה שישתמש במאסו מן הסתם שנשרץ לכך. ואינו מקפיד עליהם, ונעשו המוס כאילו הן בשיילה עצם כשיצאו להוציאם.
Right, 'cause
סתם המנשנים,
that's the normal way. So unless you specified otherwise, we're gonna assume that you gave it the normal way.
that's דווקא בשולחוני או חנווני.
Right.
אלו, אם כן, הפקידן חסומים, if they're in a closed envelope, for example, or it's through them בקשר משונה, or it's in a bag with a unusual kind of
with a
knot.
unique tie that
זהו גילוי דעת שאינו רוצה שישתמש בהם. ועכשיו, בזמן הזה שאין לנו סודוס וקרום וכל, עסקנו בבית חומם ככה, הרי סתם כל אדם, דינוי כחנון ושולחני, look at that. לפי שהכל צריכים למוס והויה לא אלם.
right, because money is money. Meaning nowadays money is money, right? And nowadays, if I give you $10,000 in cash to hold for me, nobody is makbid if you give him back the same $10,000 or not. They're makbid. You have to give him back the $10,000 in cash. They don't care which cash it is that you
So
give back.
everybody's treated like a chenmani and a shulchani.
Right, because nowadays we deal with coins and what do you call it? We don't deal with barters and things like this and whatever. We're not nobody's expecting back the same gold coins. It's dollars. It's here. Here's $10,000 in cash. When I come to get it in 6 months, you give me back my $10,000 in cash.
Can I ask you a question? Is this talking about when it's chasumim?
No, it's not.
Or Trudin?
No, why? Because if you took dollars and you put them in an envelope with like a seal on it and something, then it's clear that you don't want it used. Meaning, because remember, even a chenveni is not allowed to use Trudin or kshurim.
Right.
So the same thing. It would be the same thing with dollar bills. If I give you stam $10,000.
So this is the din. This is the din. This is the din. The din is like this. By a regular person, is not allowed to touch the money. By a chenveni and shulchani, he is allowed to use the money unless it's in an envelope or in a knotted up in a special
somehow,
knot.
or it's in something
Nowadays,
that is clear. It's in something
right.
that's clear that he's identifying this specific coinage as being his.
Nowadays, everybody is treated like a chenmani and a shulchani, that we don't have bandeses and all that. So therefore, we have the same din. If the money was deposited openly, so we are allowed to have access to it unless it was closed up or in chasumim or tzrudim.
Right. Somehow he's sealing it, showing that's
Right. But in a stam, not like that. If it's not if the money is open, so then you're allowed to use it, and the Alter Rebbe writes, because if he doesn't want him to use it, he should have told him, Beferish, don't use it.
Right.
because he knows that everybody deals with cash now. So it's the mafkid's what do you call it? It's a mafkid's responsibility on his money to say don't touch it.
Yeah.
Now the Alter Rebbe goes on. באמת דברים אמורים במויס. בשאר חפצים, but by other objects, כיוצא באף על פי שכל מין הוא שווה ואין בנפש כלל.
Right. So by money,
Even
that would
though
say money's the same money as money. That's fine. But if it's not money,
ואין בו הפרש
then we
כלל,
don't say
also
that.
להוציא או לשלם אחר תחתיו, אף על פי שאין הפרש כלל, בין זה שתוצאת משלם לתחתיו ומוס לפי שכיוון שאין הדובר יודע למפקיד שהנפקד צריך להוציא חפץ זה, אין כאן הוכחה שנשרף לזה.
Right, because it's not. Unlike money, it's not the usual way.
So even though we said regarding money that it doesn't make a difference, this $10 bill, the other $10, or this $100 bill and the other
Right,
$100 bill,
or at least in a scenario by money where nowadays or back then by shulchan and chenveni. Because why? Because that's considered midas abalim, because he's expecting you to do that. But by a different item, since he's not expecting you to do that, there's no das balim here.
The thing is this: in the case of das balim, we don't treat it like money and say it doesn't make a difference.
It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. Where over here, it's not about him being makbid on it. Oh, he's going to be makbid. He goes the other way around. You have to show that there's das balim on it. Even if he wouldn't be makbid, just him not knowing, you got a problem. There has to be. It's not just that there has to be a lack of kapeda. There has to be das balim.
I think the word is, maybe we're saying the same thing. He's being sholech yad bepikoden sheloi birshusoi.
Right.
Without him giving.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Meaning it's not enough that he's not going to be makbid on it. It has to be birshusoi, which over here birshusoi is, we use the words the das balim.
Right.
Those hates rishus you have to have, right?
Very good. Because that ain't kanoy chochesh nitzratzel. That's a pshat.
Yeah.
We have no right because we don't know that he agreed upon it.
Right. Right. And it's not enough. It's not enough that he's not makbid. He has to actually agree.
Exactly. יועזב דבר שואל והוא מוציא הפיקון לגמרי בין כולו בין מקצועי וזה שולח יד בפיקון.
Right.
אבל אם אינו מוציא לגמרי אלא שמשתמש בו לצורכו in his house,
yeah,
ולא לצורך הפיקון, ואין הפיקון נפסד ומסקלקל כלל בתשמיש זה, אין משום שליחת יד, אלא משום שואל שלא מידס. אם יודע בבירוש שאין המפקיד מקפיד עליו מותר.
Right, so now it comes out of the Teiras Pikodin, essentially.
אלא משום שואל שלא מידס. אין בו משום
Right, so it goes back to show. Remember, what's the difference? The difference is that by Pikodin it's more stringent. You have to get befeidish to
מידס. אם יודע בבירוש שאין ואם יודע בבירוש שאין המפקיד מקפיד עליו מותר. Why is he over here using the thing of makpid?
No. It's not makpid olav as a person. He's talking about he's makpid olav on the item. So that we said before. What does the Alter Rebbe hold? The Alter Rebbe holds that by shoyel shalei midas, if it's a thing that nobody's makpid on, it's fine.
Yeah, that's right? What I said.
But by a pikodin, no. So here he's saying, but if he's not taking it out, and there's no damage to it, then we don't consider it a pikadon. We consider it shel shlei midas. And what's the rule by shel shlei midas? If you date bevader that he's not makbid on the item, mutter.
Yeah. Very good. ואין צורך
Right.
לומר אם הוא דובר שאין דרך בני אדם להקפיד כלל מפני שאין חשד זה בקודם, because
Right. So that was, remember that there was two possibilities. Either you know for sure that this balabas is not makbid on this particular
or
item,
it's generally
or you know that
known in the
nobody's
world.
makbid on this type of an item.
Yeah.
So in that
Both.
case, also fine. Why again? Because it's not we're not viewing it as a pikadon in this case. We're viewing it as shel shlei midas.
Right. אבל תשמיש, you good, yeah?
Yeah. But tashma shektzos b'nei adam makbidin olav.
תשמיש שקצת בני אדם מקפידים עליו מפני
Right, not right,
חשש,
Tzos.
אפילו הוא, what's that?
Shosh rochik. It's a far-fetched thing.
Choshen
It's a
also
far-fetched concern. It's a concern. It's a ridiculous. Meaning the balabot, meaning the people who are worried about this item, it's unfounded and it's silly and fine, but it doesn't make a difference. I feel haki, they're makbid. It doesn't make a difference if it's silly that he's makbid. The fact is he's makbid. People are makbid.
יקלקל בכלל, אלא אם כן ידוע שהמפקיד לא יקפיד כלל בזה.
Right, because that's the two options. Either nobody is makbid, or I know 100% that this guy is not makbid on this particular item.
Right.
V'yesh eisrin.
because משום שליחס יד, אפילו בתשמיש שאין בו דרך אדם להקפיד כלל, כי איסור שליחס יד, גזרת הכוסף הוא בקודם שהופקד אצלוי, אפילו דובר שמותר אם לא היה מופקד אצלוי, ובעל נפש יוכו שדבריהם, לכתחילה, I guess.
Right, that even in such a case by Pikodin, unless you mamish gad reshus befeirosh, you should not treat it like shel shlei midas, but rather we treat it still b'teiras Pikodin, and you should not touch it at all.
Unbelievable. Look at that. He brings down from the Shita Mekubetzes, Mem Aleph.
Yeah.
Dibra Master said Talmid Harav Peretz, right? B'Shem Toisus Rosh V'Reb Peretz. V'Reb Pitzche Choshen. Very interesting. It brings down from the Mefoidesh in Shas, from the Shita Mekubetzes. I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, normally, if you tell me the Tur says B'Shem Rosh, it's the Einzach. But you tell me that you found it in the Shita Mekubetzes, it's an andere Zach. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see what's the next. Okay, now there's also Hilchis She'ila V'Schira. If hey, let's see. Here maybe. Here we're talking about Sfarim. So it's yeah, Sheilus Chirus Seif Hey. You have it Seif Hey in Sheilus Chirus.
Huh?
Seif Hey in Schilo in Alter Rebbe
In where? In
Shiloh
Matthias
Schirus.
because no, in Schidus?
Yeah, Shiloh Schirus.
See if I have it, yeah.
Medvar Mamorim. In this case, he's talking. Up until then, he's talking about if somebody lends you a sefer,
Yeah.
are you allowed to have somebody else learn from the sefer that somebody lent you? So he says, "But Medvar Mamorim, when do you say this? When in the first place he gave you the shus to learn from the sefer. Why? Because as long as you're as you're
Verashai liten zechusoi leacher.
yeah. So since meaning it's like it's mine, you let me borrow it from my needs. So my needs right now is somebody else should learn in it. Fine.
But
Avo,
also leilach lebeis chaveiroi, likrois sham besif mesifroi.
meaning without on the shoes. All right. I feel
Afilu
back try.
beakroi.
Shalem midaite.
Ben shehu shaloi, ben shehu shol biyodi. Whether it's his friends or his friend borrowed it from somebody.
Right.
Ben tzorich loi malishtar
Meaning
mishar
even
chefte.
though his friend is allowed to who borrowed it himself is allowed to allow him to do it, but Shalem
Yeah.
midas.
Yeah.
Because we already established that a sefer is more lenient than other things.
Right. Why? Because it's a mitzvah zach, no?
Yeah.
Elohim ken yadu lo bebiru shel yakpid olav bal hachefetz. Oy shehu davar shein dereb kol b'nei lakpid
Oh,
ol klal.
right, like we said
Again,
before, it's the same two conditions.
right. Aber b'nei shein chashash hefzer lekel kol kach betashmis ze, אבל דבר שמקצת בני אדם מקפידים עליו, מפני חשש קלקול אף על פי שרובן אין מקפידים, מפני שהוא חשש רוחק אין הולכים בזה אחר הרוב, לא אומר שמן הסתם לא יקפיא בעל החפץ זה, ואפילו we don't say that we go after the majority people, פנום בודי לו שהוא לקלקל כלל אוסר, כי בעל החפץ חושש על קופונים, שמא יקלקל, ואם הוא יודע שזה משתמש בחפצו,
Right.
אפשר
Efshar shayim makpid.
ונמצא זה שואל שלא מידס, אבל אדם,
V'hu gazlan.
הוא כזה.
Right. Av shein makalka klol, even if he doesn't do any damage to it. But it's not about you doing damage to it. It's about the fact that there's a possibility the owner will worry about it, and therefore you don't have rishus and you're a gazlan.
Even if the guy doesn't know about it, still.
Right. Adrab, in a sense, because the guy doesn't know about it.
It's like going behind his back and doing this.
Yeah. Okay, now what's the next? Let's see what else we have from Shulchan Aruch Harav. Okay, we did see if hey already in there. Okay, so going back to Metzia Upikadin. A lot of jumping here. Going back to Metzia Upikadin. Seif 9. Nine? No, let's see it then. See if we know. I think this is incorrect. Maybe he means not there. Maybe he means in Shilus 9. You see? No, also not. Oh, it's not. It's in Hilchas Tzitz. It's in Eir Chaim. Simin Eir Chaim is Yudalid Dalid. Or sorry, Eir Chaim Yudalid. Yeah. Eir Chaim Yudalid. Okay, Eir Chaim. Alter Rebbe Eir Chaim Simin Yudalid. Actually, Dalid Hey Vov and Tess. Okay, you have Eir Chaim? Eir Chaim Dalid. Ashel Mechaveri Tal Sheni Mitzuyenes.
Where are you now?
Is it and no, that's not something valid. It's in. It's Tess. You. It's in Eir Chaim.
Oh. Well, Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch?
Yeah, Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch. Alter Rebbe Eir Chaim Simin Yudalid.
Okay. Yudalid. Oh, this is by the tzitzis and the film.
Yeah.
Din tzitzis, yeah. Welche?
So go to Seif Tess.
Mutter lisate betalis shel chavere.
Right.
Shalom idaitoi. Venu geshoyl shalom idas anikre gazlan kiven de lekker hoch chashosho kilui karne. Again, follow the Alter Rebbe about the object. Over here, we're not scared that the principle, the actual object, is going to get withered.
Right.
Sheinu misate bo el lefi sho machziro loi. Achar kach v'nicha le'leinu she'asa mitzvah b'mamoinus. There's two factors over here. Number
Right.
one is not.
B'makim she'ein chisron kis.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy that if somebody will use it in a case where there's no chisron kis, a person is happy that he should do a mitzvah with it.
And the reason why it's considered en chisron kis is because he only wears it for a small while.
Right. He's not walking around with it all day. He wants to go just
We
putting
don't
it
walk
on
with
top,
it a day.
taking it and putting it back.
אלא דאם מוצא הטליס מקופלס, צורך הוא גם כן לקפלו לאחר שיסירנו מעולוב. דאם מקפלנו יקביל בעל הטליס, והווה שואל של מידס הנקרא גזלן, ואין צורך לקפלו בסדר כיפור הראשון דווקא, אלא אפילו מקפל בעניין אחר די בכך, ושבס אין צורך לקפל כלל אין סימן שין בייס. It's a very, very ambiguous lotion over here. Ein tzorich. It's not mashma from the Alter Rebbe that it's an isur to be the couple.
Yeah, and what it says, what is explained in Shin Beis, that folding clothes on Shabbos comes from Makbid Patish, and therefore the owner will understand why he didn't fold it, and he won't be Makbid. Obviously, he didn't fold it. He didn't fold it because it's Shabbos, which goes with what you were saying. We were talking about yesterday.
Yeah,
people should be very careful about this thing because you know.
I don't know why the Alter Rebbe uses over here lotion of ein tzorich when was his. Why did he say also lekaplan?
Because the ein tzorich is why, because you shouldn't be what's it called?
I hold the reason is because the Alter Rebbe is focused over here on Hilchas.
Right, he's not talking about that.
We're not talking Hilchas Shabbos over here now.
Right, and that's why he tells you ayin simin shin beis.
Right. So, in other words, over here it's saying ein tzorich means as far as the din of sholeach yad. In order not to be sholeach yad, you don't have to fold it properly in order to be sholeach yad because it's Shabbos. Willst wissen, von was Shabbos nicht? Guck dort, Shabbos, mit geben zu verstehen.
Right, but right now we're talking about a talis. I'm just right.
Yeah.
Okay, Yud.
לא הטילו יצאת בטלס של חברו שלו מדייתו אלא בהקרוי בעלמא. אבל בקביעס also, שמא יקבי בעל הטלס, ואפילו בהקרוי לא הטילו יצאת אלא במקום שהניחו בעולם. In that same room, in the shul.
Yeah.
Not to move it out. אבל לא יוצאנו מאויס למקום אחת כנן מבייס הכנסת ואיסוי, או מבייס בעולם מבייס הכנסת, אפילו יחס וניחן במקום שאלות משום אוסלו. זה לא ניחא לאינש שיטלת לו חפצו במקום שאין מיוחדים לוי.
Right, so basically, it all comes down to the same ideas. Is that stam the talis to use it? We know for sure that people are not makbid on this, right? However, the second you introduce something that could cause even some people to be makbid, now you're a gazlan. Why? Because now you made it so it's shalei midas habalim. Because he will be makbid on this. On Shabbos, you know he's not going to be makbid on this.
Right.
Okay, weiter.
What's the next one?
Wait
saying now? Wait saying now?
Continuing, Yudalef. See if Yudalef.
Yudalef?
Yeah.
מצאתי בטלס אבינו של מדייתו אין צורך לבוא לכל שהרי כאן לא שייך למד דאב כאילו נוסן למתון המנס להחזיר כאילו שאין בעל הטלס יודע מאומה.
Right, he doesn't have to give him a present on condition to return it if he doesn't know about it. But if he wants to make a bracha, he's allowed to.
This is not
Okay.
even like a talis shaul, I mean, right?
This is when you no, this is not when you. This is when you took it without him knowing about it.
וכן מותר להצלבש באקרוי בעלמא בתפילין של חברו של עמידי טוב וצורך לברך עליהם מפני שהתפילין חפץ על גופיהם. ואין צורך שיהיו התפילין שלא דווקא, רק שיזור לקפלון ומצון מקופולים, ושלא יוצאים ממוקם שהוא נחשום שמא יקפיד על בעל התפילין והבה מצווה בעבירו. פורים יתגימל,
Yeah.
צום של עבירו אסור ללמוד בהם שלא מדי טוב, אפילו בקרוי בעלמא, משום לבעל הספרים חושש שמא יקרו בהם הרבה עד שיקרו משימושם. ובשביל כך לא נכנע שילמד בהם כלום. ואם הפקיד ספרים אלו לתלמיד חכם, אין בחושן משפט. Which I probably we did or we're gonna do. We didn't do it.
Right. No, we just did this.
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't do this.
Okay.
No, we didn't. Let's talk about and we didn't do this one by Tadam. Fine. So that's that part. Let's see what. Let me see what's next. Okay, Sif Test, Sif Base, we just did Sif Yud. Fine, we did all that. Sif Yud Gimel, we just did. Okay, that's all of the what's it called? That is all of the insight for this. So
Okay, ich muss gehen jetzt.
I have to prepare for I have a Seder Megunim in half an hour, so I gotta prepare for that.
Ashrei chelkecho.
Yeah, and
Send me the link. Send me the link, okay?
Yeah, I'll add you to the group. You'll see it's on the group.
Oh,
and it has
thank you very much.
Fine.
A good Shabbos, everybody. Thank you.
Sunday, we'll continue then.
Sure. Better Hashem.
And then we'll do the same
When do you
thing.
want to do it?
We'll go inside and then we'll look
Yeah.
up all the Baramakemis and do all the.
When do you want to do it? Sunday? When?
Sunday. I don't know. Mistama like 6:30.
The Seder.
Same thing like always. 6:30, I think.
Thank you so much. Bracha v'hatzlocha. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos. Take care. Good
Shabbos.
Shabbos. Brunswick. Good Shabbos, Master Yoda.